Brock Purdy's going to get paid, guys. Remember when I asked Mike Florio? Remember that time where I asked Mike Florio last month who's going to be the first $60 million a year quarterback? He said Dak. And I thought, well, some other guys might sign before Dak.
The way this is going.
Right? Or Dak's not going to get to 60. Right? That even with Lawrence at 55, there's still steps between 55 and 60, and that's maybe where Dak will slot. And I also thought maybe it's Stroud. Silly me. We're never going to get to Stroud.
Stroud's getting 70, baby.
You know what I mean? Like, we'll never get to Stroud before somebody hits 60. And it could be Purdy. And it sure looks like Florio was spot on with Dak, who might hit 60 before this month is out. Because...
Well, Ian said maybe 65.
Well, I don't know. It depends on if he's going to be a full free agent next year or not. And Brock Purdy, he's far from being able to hit this thing right now. So Purdy was asked in a conversation with Jonathan Jones of CBS about the contract.
Guys talk about it within the locker room and stuff, and so we all end up hearing about it. But for me, it's that's so far down the road, with my situation, and for me, it's got to be I got to be present right now, right here at camp. I got to be better and grow right now so that I can be the best I can be for this team this year. And obviously, we have a goal at hand and going all the way and winning and finishing it. So that's where my mindset's at, to be caught up in the money and the stat, like all that kind of stuff down the road. I'd be wrong if that's where my mindset was at, and so it's not.
Yeah, there's nothing that could be done contractually with him this season. 0.0. Next year will be his fourth and final year of his contract because there's no fifth-year option because he was, by the way, as far from a first-round pick as anybody who's drafted can be. Last pick of the 2022 draft. And so that's an appropriate way to look at it. He's making less than $1 million this year. 900 and change. Florio actually wrote today about how he's supplementing his salary with marketing dollars.
And I know that he can't officially get a new contract till after this season.
Correct.
What if he just doesn't show up and holds out right now? Why can't he break that?
Because that's you can't get a new deal until you're done with 3 years in the NFL.
Why? Why is that the rule?
It's been collectively bargained. That's the rule.
He should be the one to break this. He's all these other guys are getting money, and Brock Purdy is so much better than them.
He can't. It's just that simple. And so let's just say he breaks it, which he can't do. Then why wouldn't Stroud go ahead and ask for it right now? Look at the unicorn 1 year he did.
He should do it.
It's just, but there's Chris.
I understand.
There's a collectively bargained contract,
but you can't do something until you can. So why can't these guys just try? Like Caleb Williams asked for all kinds of absurd things. I know he didn't get them, but he at least asked for them.
Well, then tell your union to next time there's a collective bargaining agreement, don't agree to that. I mean, it's just that simple.
This is absurd.
Because then owners could basically do whatever they want to do that's been collectively bargained.
Run down the list. Like, who's better, Brock Purdy or Trevor Lawrence?
No,
let's be honest.
Obviously, if you want to go in that conversation, that's better than the one that the road you've gone down because it's impossible for him to break it. Like, it would just be a waste of his time. But also, I think this is the most appropriate way to go about it, is that you can't sign anything. You go into the season saying, I'm going to do the best that I can do by not even thinking about it, and knowing that the best that I can do puts me in the best position when I come out of it to go to the Yorks and say, here's the bag, you need to fill it up.
Yep.
And then put it on them. I don't think they'll let him play out his deal at all.
He's going to set the market after
Yes,
Dak.
well,
Dak will set the market again.
And again, that's another reason why the Cowboys should set the market themselves right now with Dak, and probably why Dak is pushing back, saying, I could just wait to next March and let Purdy reset it. And that's why you don't wait to sign your guys.
Can't wait.
That's why you don't wait to sign your guys.
Unless they're not your guy.
This is a game of cat and mouse that just...
It is, but I personally, I think this is an appropriate way for Purdy to approach it. Hour 2 with Dan Murphy talking Michigan football coming up.
I just mean that he's got all the leverage.
Well, he's got leverage next year when he's allowed to actually hold a hammer, right? But then there's also the franchise tag that the Niners can place on him, too, which will be much less than $60 million. So there's that. I mean, if we really want to play it out, but they are also able to pay everyone else to have a Super Bowl winning team around him. And they have to plan for that. There's no question there's a plan in a desk drawer of John Lynch's with Purdy's number placed on that cap in 2025 of what they think it will be. And it's a guessing game from his agent to go above that number. But going into the season, it's just like, I can't do anything about it. The collective bargaining agreement prevents me from wielding any hammer here. So why don't I just go into the season with, you know, my quadzillas, and he's ripped, and he's going to go in there, and apparently he's much more vocal than ever before. And I can't wait to see that. And hopefully they get Ayuk in the fold for him so he has every weapon possible. Go ahead and knock the door down, win the Super Bowl, and go to the Yorks and say, I'll take 60 million marbles, please. That's an Animal House reference. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.